At uh, the, this we have discussed on the variable, that is the object, and we all have come to know that we are having the id, that is the to get the address of the variable, type to know about what type of data type is there. We all have discussed on float, we have discussed on integer, we all have discussed on string, and next the variable holds what, the value. Okay, so the strings, what we have come to know that the strings can be written either in a single quote or in the double quotes. Okay, and to get the id, we used to write it as id, the name of the object or the name of the variable or the name of the value. Okay, in type, what we write, type object name, and the value itself, it is known that what it is being referred, the variable which is referencing any value is that main value. Now if you are talking about the abc is equal to 25, we come to see that the statement has the following thing, the id, that is the identity, means what, id of an object or a variable. Now if I say id of 25 is 32567112, so what will be the id of abc? Please respond
Sir,
me.
same.
It will be same as 3256712. Okay, then if suppose I say type 25 is class int, okay, is of class int, then can you tell me what is the type abc? What will be the type?
Sir, integer.
Okay, then also the same thing, it will be having the integer value. Very good. So now is when we say print 4, what it is going to do, it will be printing the literal 4. It now 4 here is a literal. Okay, literal means what, the constant. So whatever constant value is written within a print function, the same value is being printed. Okay, when we say print abc, then what it will do? Please respond so that I will come to know that you are able to understand.
Print 25.
Yes, it will definitely print 25. So the value the abc is holding, that will be printed, that integer 4. Okay, so that will be printed. So we all have come to know that the identifier or the variable are the fundamental building blocks of a program. But there are certain rules which is to be followed while defining a variable. Okay, what are those rules? So we will have to come to know what are the rules that is to be known when you are creating any variable. The very first thing is what, the first character must be a letter. So when you are defining a variable, it can be uppercase letter or a lowercase letter, that is capital letter or a small letter. Okay, so you have to start with a character, that is the letter. Next is you, it cannot start with a digit. अगर हम कोई नंबर से अगर हम स्टार्ट करते हैं तो दैट विल बिकम द रॉन्ग इनिशियलाइजेशन ऑफ अ वेरिएबल. ओके, द नेक्स्ट इज ब्लैंक स्पेसेस आर नॉट अलाउड. अगर जैसे हम बोले फर्स्ट वैल्यू और फर्स्ट नंबर, तो फर्स्ट और वैल्यू या फर्स्ट या नंबर के बीच में एक ब्लैंक स्पेस आता है, सो दैट ब्लैंक स्पेसेस शुड नॉट एग्जिस्ट वाइल डिक्लेयरिंग अ वेरिएबल. अगर मान लो कि दो स्पेस, अगर स्पेस आता है तो यू कैन यूज द अंडरस्कोर साइन. एक माइनस साइन होता है और एक और माइनस ही टाइप का साइन होता है जो कैरेक्टर्स के बेस के पास रहता है. सो दैट is known as your underscore. You can get it in above the p character of your keyboard. Okay, वहीं पर माइनस भी साइन रहता और एक बड़ा सा भी देखो कि माइनस का साइन रहता है, दैट इज नोन एज योर अंडरस्कोर. नेक्स्ट इज इट मस्ट नॉट बी अ कीवर्ड. what we all have come to know? Keywords are the reserved words which convey special meanings. So those keywords are being used in your programming language, which works with different way. It works in different way. So we are having the keyword as if, else, int, float, str. Then more are there: switch, continue, delete. So these all keywords we are not supposed to get it inserted or should not be used for a variable. Okay. The other thing which is very important, which I just now said, that the underscore is only permitted as a special character. So you cannot have the special characters for your variables. You cannot get the plus sign, the minus sign, the slash, that is the division sign, the modulus sign, that is the percentage sign. Do you know what is the use of percentage sign?
Sir, it gives the remainder.
Yes, very good. It gives the remainder. If I say 5 percentage 2, so that means when 5 is,
When 5 0.
it will give you what?
It will give you what?
Please don't get your
Please
mic.
don't get your mic.
May,
May, uh,
okay, you will be getting the value that is 1. Okay, so you are dividing 5 by 2, the remainder comes 1. So the percentage, that is 5 percentage 2, will give you the value that is 1. Now let me come to know, can you tell me now what all are the valid identifier? If I write the very first one, mono, is it a correct one? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it is having the small letter and the capital letter, that means it is a correct. Second one,
Yes, sir.
No, sir, it is wrong.
why it is wrong?
Sir, because in the place of, sir, because underscore is used to give a space.
In number 2, number 1 में लिखे M, capital M, then O.
Oh, sorry, sir.
2 is correct or incorrect?
Sir, it's correct.
Sir, 2 is correct.
2 is correct. Very good. Please note it down in your copy also. And then third is my dot son. Is it a valid identifier?
No, sir.
Sir,
So
incorrect.
it is not correct, madam. It is a, we are having the special character over here, dot symbol.
Sir, incorrect.
Yes,
I
it is
said.
incorrect. Very good. Then the fourth one, my,
It's
this
correct.
is my, this is underscore. So my son. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fourth one, please respond.
Correct, sir.
Yes, sir, it's correct.
Fifth one,
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Sir, incorrect.
Say incorrect.
it we cannot have the digit as we had seen in the rule just now. Sixth one,
Correct.
Correct.
correct. Very good. Seven one.
In,
Sir,
Incorrect.
Sir, incorrect.
Now look here, break is a keyword. अभी तक आप लोग जान नहीं रहे हो क्योंकि we haven't covered this topic or we haven't come across this. So break is a keyword. Okay. So you cannot, you please note it down. Break is a keyword. Then you are having 8. 8.
Incorrect.
Again it is
Incorrect.
incorrect because if is also a keyword. Rolls space 19. Ninth one,
Sir, incorrect.
it is
Incorrect.
incorrect. Then 10th one,
Sir, correct.
it is correct. So now we are able to know what are the valid way or the valid variables over here, and we all have come to know which one are correct and which one are incorrect. Now moving to the next. So what we have discovered about the identifier and we have discussed about the variables. Now you can see over here, as I said, the keywords are the reserved words which cannot be used as your variable name. So you cannot use this variable name for these all words as fun, else, lambda, yield, from, def, many more are there. Okay, so when you come across this, you will be coming to know the keywords then and there. Okay, so now let us know about the literals. What are literals? As I said, literals are the constants which whose value cannot be changed. Okay, now for the literals, what are types of literals are there? We are having the string literals. Okay, we are having the numeric literals, we are having the boolean literals, we are having the special literals, and one more is there, literal collection. String literals means what? Those literals which is having character or the words enclosed in single quote or a double quote. Numeric literals means what? The numbers which are termed as your constant. Boolean literals. Boolean literals are what? The true and false or 0 and 1. Then we are having special literals. Special literals is none. Will be coming across. Then literal collection. Literal collections are will be moving one by one and will be getting what it is. So when you are talking about the string literals, the text enclosed with either single quote or double quotes are called what? String literals. As we are taking the example as ABC within a single quote, Mahesh within a double quotes, the digits again when it is enclosed in a double quote or a single quote, so that is also again treated as your literals. Okay, you cannot add or subtract these literals with any digit. You cannot operate this string literals. Okay, next is in the literals we are having one more thing that we call it as a escape sequence operator. This comes in a category of character literals, that is the character constant. Okay, and this space is a non-printable character. It is not getting printed, but it is used in our program. It has a great importance. We'll be using these all escape sequence operators or this all escape sequence characters in our programming language. So the one which is important I have discussed here in my class. Okay, so again I'm telling it is a non-printable character. Okay, or we can say non-graphic printing character. The very first, when we are saying slash slash, what it will print? It will print one slash. Okay, as one slash is for non-graphic printing, whether at the we are having two slash, so what it will print? It will print only one slash. When we are talking about the slash a, ये भी कुछ print नहीं करेगा, but it will be giving you a beep sound. It is known as audible bell. Okay, so when you are using slash t is known as your horizontal tab. If you want to get some space between the words or the characters, we will be using this slash t. Okay, most probably it uses 4 blank spaces within the words. Then we are having slash v. Slash v is known as your vertical tab. Then we are having slash double quotes. If you want to print double quotes, then I will be using along with a slash. Okay, then if I want to print a single quote, then again I will be using along with the slash. So these all are the non-printing characters. Slash is a non-printing character. When we are saying slash r, it means it will perform the operation of enter key, that is the carriage return. Whatever function is for the enter key, the same function can be performed in your software with the help of slash r. Okay, so can you tell me what will be the size of the string now? If suppose we are having XYZ, what is the size in over here in terms of byte? the character used to possess a single byte for one character. So now I hope you can reply. How many characters are there?
So 3 bytes.
3 bytes.
So you will be having 3. You will be having 3. Now let me come to know whether
Yes, sir.
what will be the size.
So 2 bytes.
Sir, one
Very good.
character.
It is 2 byte. Now slash A here is one character. Audible bell. Slash A is for the audible bell. And Y is one character. 1 what it becomes 2. Okay. Next is slash. What will be the size?
1 byte.
1 byte slash का तो होता
Sir,
ही
one
नहीं है.
byte.
It is non-printable character, so it doesn't requires any size. So it is 1. अब यहाँ पर this is the IIT level question. ये देखते हैं हम कौन बता पाता है. ये this is the IIT based level question.
Eleven.
Okay, very good. What's your name?
Ishita.
Very good. You have given the correct answer. That is 11. Can you tell me, Shita, how?
Sir, theme is 4 character, then 1 space,
Very good.
then 1 escape sequence, then S, then 1 space, then 3 characters.
Okay, for you all the space is also a character. Okay, अगर हम blank space देते हैं, that also comes in the category of one character in our computer field. Okay, ये ऐसा नहीं कि ये जगह नहीं ले रहा है. This is also taking one character. So is it clear or not? Is it clear? Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So next is, many times what we see that if you want to write in Python in interactive mode, we cannot write more than one statement. That is, we are able to write only a single line statement. So now if we need to write it in more than one line, then what we will do, we will be using a slash sign to bring your pointer to the next line. Okay, so if I write a statement as print Manish slash sign, then Tiwari, then slash, then again saying, it means that we all are writing in 3 different lines. But when you execute this statement in an interactive mode, you will be getting the output what Manish Tiwari saying, as it means that the same statement is being considered for a single line statement. Okay, so you will be getting the same output. So what many times the question is asked, what statement should be written to get it executed for 2 or 3 lines of statement. Okay, so there we will be using what? Slash sign. Okay, there we will be using slash sign. Next is, that means we have come to know that slash is used to continue in the next line in the Python shell. Okay, it is used to continue in the next line in the Python shell. Then again we are having one more over here. When we say print Manish slash n Tiwari slash n Singh, now I hope you should give me the answer.
So each word would be in a separate line.
Yeah, slash n is used to
Yes,
get
sir.
slash n is used to get the cursor in the next line. Okay, so all these 3 words will be in different lines. So you will be having Manish first, then Tiwari, then Singh. That means we will have come to know that slash n is used to print in the next line. Okay, next is, if I say print Manish, then slash t, then Singh.
Sir, there will be a horizontal gap between.
Yes, you are saying
Sir,
the correct
Manish,
one.
4 spaces, Tiwari, 4 spaces,
Yes.
and Singh, between strings 4
Very
spaces.
good. So we all are coming to know about these all topics, that slash t is used to print with 4 blank spaces in the same line. Now, if I write, or if we are having the statement print Manish asterisk 3. Now again there is an IIT level question.
It will
So
print 3 times Manish without an space.
वेरी गुड. लास्ट क्लास में हम लोग देखे थे एस टी आर फंक्शन यूज़ कर रहे थे, एस टी आर टाइप ऑफ डेटा यूज़ कर रहे थे. वी वर नॉट एबल टू ऑपरेट, और वहाँ पर हम रुक गए थे. अगर याद करोगे कि वी कैन ऑपरेट विथ सर्टेन सिम्बॉल्स, ओके, मैथमेटिकल सिम्बॉल्स. वहाँ पर हम रुक गए थे बिकॉज we can do this only in Python. Only 2 symbols or 2 mathematical operator is being allowed in Python. One is asterisk, other is plus. So asterisk will give you the multiple of the string constant. So it will print what? Manish, Manish, Manish 3 times. Okay. So asterisk display the string in multi times the number. Okay. Multi times the number. Next we are having, if we say print Manish plus Kumar. Now here again the plus operator is over here, or plus mathematical symbol is over here. So it is used to get the words concatenated. Concatenate मतलब समझते हो, जोड़ना. It gets, the word gets added without any blank space.
वो एस्ट्रिक वाला में स्पेस आएगा बीच में?
क्या?
एस्ट्रिक वाला में स्पेस आएगा सर बीच में?
इसके पहले वाले में नहीं.
पहले वाले में यस नहीं, उसमें स्पेस नहीं आएगा.
नो.
नो. ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Okay. So we'll working over there. So this plus is used to concatenate the string without blank spaces. Okay. So we all have come across the string literals. Now we'll be talking on numeric literals. The first one is clear or not? String literals. Student, please respond.
yes.
Is it clear or not? String literals.
So it's clear.
Okay, very good. So we are going to discuss now on numeric literals. Okay, when we are talking about the numeric literals, your numeric literals can be either integer, it can be float, it can be a complex type. Okay, so you will be having integer type, float type, or complex type of numeric literals. So when we are talking about the numeric literals, then for the integer literals, that is the integer constant. What is integer constant? We should know that the integer constant must have at least one digit and it must not contain any decimal point. So you are having the integer literals if it doesn't possess any decimal point. It can be positive, it can be negative. So we all have come across in Boolean algebra, or sorry, in data representation, okay, about all these integral literals or integer literals. The very first we have discussed on the decimal literals, which we are having the base value as 10. So it can be any type of number, 2, 3, 4, -4, 5, or any number. Then we will have also come across this one, octal literals, where we had seen the base value was 8. So how will you come to know that it is a octal literals? The octal literal here is, we are having this octal literals, a 0 followed with O letter, and next the octal value. Suppose if you get the octal value of 8, what will be the octal value of 8? 10. 8 का octal क्या मिलेगा तुम्हारा? 10. So this octal literal is written as 0010. find out the octal value, and only you have to add along with 0 and O. Similarly, one more we have seen, that was the hexadecimal. So we are having the hexadecimal literal also, which base value was what? 16, if you remember. So that is written with what? 0x. 0x. So if a number is 12, हम लोग पढ़े थे हेक्साडेसिमल नंबर में, याद करो a का कितना वैल्यू हो रहा था? What was the value of a in hexadecimal? 10. 11 का क्या हो रहा था?
B.
तो 12 का क्या होगा?
C.
C होगा. But the hexadecimal number is to be followed with 0 and x. I hope it is clear. Is it clear or not? बताओगे, अगर नहीं होगा तो फिर हम समझाएंगे. ओके हम लोग को ये देखना बेस वैल्यू ऑफ द डेसिमल इज 10, ऑक्टल इज 8, हेक्साडेसिमल इज 16, which we all have already done in data representation while finding out the different forms of values for the data representations. So only what we have to remember for octal, the octal constant should be start with digit 0 followed with O, whereas the hexadecimal it should be followed with 0 along with x. And whatever the decimal value you are having, you have to get the octal or the hexadecimal as per your convenient. So actually these all questions will be not asked, but you should know, है ना. ये आपको कन्वर्ट करके ऑक्टल लिटरल्स में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए नहीं बोला जाएगा, या हेक्साडेसिमल लिटरल्स में नहीं बोला जाएगा, बट यू शुड नो दीज ऑल थिंग्स. ओके, ऐसा नहीं कि आप ना जानो. So this is about the numeric literals. So we all have come across the numeric. The next is the floating. Floating को बोलते हैं हम लोग real point literals. That means the number should possess a decimal part also, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं fractional part. So such as 12.5. Okay, that is a floating number. But this floating type is again, it is of two type. The very first is the fractional form. That means it must have at least one digit, either a positive or a negative with the decimal point. जैसे बोल रहे 3.5 minus 12.0 minus 0.6437 0.1. So this is having a fractional part, isn't it? If you see this, it is having a fractional part. Then comes the other, that is the exponent form. एक्सपोनेंट को हम लोग ई से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. सो द इट हैज़ टू थिंग, दैट इज मैंटिसा एंड एक्सपोनेंट. मैंटिसा मतलब क्या बोल रहे हैं? द नंबर. मैंटिसा कैन बी आइदर इंटीजर और रियल फॉलोड बाय अ लेटर ई. ओके, ई मतलब एक्सपोनेंट एज 0.32 E4, 0.35 E -4, 3.3 E. So it is an exponent form. Again, this type of questions will be now again not asked, okay, in your examination, okay. But anyhow, agar by the way it comes, then you should come to know about this thing. ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग नहीं जाने, okay. We should know this thing. Next, so we all have come across the string literals, we all have come across the numeric literals. Next comes the Boolean literals. Boolean literals means what? True, false, isn't
True,
it?
false, and 0 and 1.
Yes. So Boolean literals are used to represent either a true or a false value. So it is very simple. I don't have to have much query on Boolean literals. So it is string literals, numeric literals, Boolean literals. Next is your special literals. Special literals, as just now I said that none. Before when I had started the class, I said that there is one more literal, that is none. But you should be very conscious when you are defining a none. The none word should always start with a capital N. The meaning of this none is that when we don't want to declare any value to a variable, but we need to use that variable further in your program, then for that we have to define the variable in early stage. So you have to start your declaration beforehand. So actually this none is doing nothing, it is not getting any value assigned in your variable. So it indicates the absence of value, it means there is nothing. If suppose if I say a is equal to 1 and b is equal to none, here what it means that the 1 is referred with the variable a, whereas nothing is referred to the variable b. Okay, I hope it is clear. I hope it is clear. So only one more thing is left. We have discussed on this boolean, special literals, then we are having literal collection. This is for the future class. Okay, literal collections are tuples and list. अगर हम इसके बारे में भी आपको डिस्कस करने लगे तो this is entire a single topic. Tuple is a single topic, list is a also a topic. So it will take a lot of time to get it understood. So this will be discussing in the next classes when we will be having this tuples and list. Okay, but you should know the literal collections are tuples and list. Literal collection means what? More than one variables you are able to have it collectively. Okay, that can be created with the help of list or with the help of tuples. Okay, so we all have come across the identifier, we all have come across the keywords, we all have come across the literals. Now the next is your punctuator. As I said, this is used to write a statement or an expression, okay, to get it meaningful. This is generally used while we are writing any expressions, okay, and in many more purpose this brackets are being used. Okay, जैसे हम लोग print function, we are writing in a print function. So when you are defining any function, you have to write down the small braces, open and close. Okay, then the same bracket is being used in the expression. So it is being used in different purpose and for different significance. So the punctuators are only what? Your symbols which convey again different meanings in different situations. Okay, now again here comes the important thing, that is the operator. The operators are what? Are the symbols which we will be applying for making any types of calculation or performing any type of logical expressions. So we are having different types of operators over here. The very first is unary operator. This operator I will be dealing along with my programming code. Okay, अभी हम यहाँ पर आपको समझा दे रहे सिर्फ. Okay, each and every operators will be discussing in our Python coding program. Okay, unary operator means what? The operator which acts upon one operand is known as your unary operator, as plus a. Okay, if I say a is equal to plus 3, a is equal to minus 5. So here how many operand is there? One operand. Operand means what? The variable. Okay. Now similarly we are having a binary operator. Binary operator is what? Which acts upon two operand. हम जैसे बोले a minus b या बोले 7 plus 2, तो 7 and 2 are the operands over here and plus or minus is the operator. Okay, so the minus or the plus sign is being operated within a and b, that means a and b are the operand. So the binary operator operates on two operand. I hope it is clear. Next is arithmetic operator. As we all have come to know the arithmetic operator, the plus, minus, into, division, percentage sign. This is termed as your arithmetic operator. Next is relational operator. Relational operator means what? The less than sign, the greater than sign, the is equal to sign, double is equal to sign. Okay, where we want to find certain relation between the object or the expression. Okay, if I say if A is greater than B or not. So we are finding the relationship between A and B. Okay, so we are having the relational operator, then we are having the logical operator. As we have discussed in Boolean algebra, the logical operators, what we all have come to know: and, or, not, nor, XOR, isn't it? So these all are termed as your logical operator, and we all have seen in each and every case the way of executing the AND operator, the OR operator, and the NOT operator. Then we are having the assignment operator. Assignment operator is equal to sign. Okay, when I say A is equal to 5, so that means 5 is assigned to variable A. We can write it in different form for the assignment operator. If I say A minus is equal to 2, please note it down in your copy what I am telling you. A minus is equal to 2. This is also a type of assignment operator. That means A is equal to A minus 2. Okay, we'll be writing in our code further. Okay, so this can be used with all the mathematical operator. That means we can use the assignment with slash, asterisk, plus, minus, percentage. Now you should know the difference between the assignment operator and the relation operator in regard to is equal to sign. Now if you are giving 1 only is equal to sign, it means that it is an assignment operator. But if you are giving 2 is equal to sign, then you are checking the equality for the two objects or the two variables. Is it clear? 1 is equal to sign is used for assignment, whereas if you are using double is equal to sign, that means you are trying to get the relationship between the two objects, whether it is equal or not. That means for equality we are using this relational double is equal to sign. Next we are having the shift operator. Okay, that is greater than sign 2 times, right shift, less than sign 2 times, left shift. So this is your operator. So what we all have come about this is the operators which we have discussed just now. Okay, that operators we will be using it in our programming code to make it much more clear. So when I will be coming to the next class, I will be using those operators so that you are able to know each and everything regarding the way the operators is to be used. Okay, is there any query from your side? Please tell me till now.